Today on Armchair Operator Guns and Gear Reviews, we're going to do a quick review of the Herrington Arms Mini Compensator for the Walther PDP. This little gem right here. Let's get into it.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's your big homie, the Armchair Operator, and welcome to today's program. Now, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope you find this video informative and maybe even a little bit entertaining. And if you're coming back to the channel, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. I hope you also find this video informative and entertaining. Now, as I said in the intro, we're going to do a quick review, just a real quick review. This video is not going to be real long, but we're going to do a quick review of the Herrington Arms Mini Compensator for the Walther PDP. Now, also, if y'all been with the channel for a while, you would know that this is actually the very first gun that I reviewed on the channel a little over a year ago. So this is going to basically be a compensator review, but it's also going to be kind of like a 1-year update of the PDP. And as you can see, this particular gun right here looks a little different from when I first featured it on the channel. All right, so before we dive into the gun, as you can see, I got the action open already, but you know, we got to verify clear. So as you can see, firearm is clear, magazine is empty, and we're filming in a safe and controlled environment. There isn't any live ammunition anywhere in my review spaces. So let's talk about this particular gun. So as you can see, if you're familiar with the Walther PDP in and of itself, and if you saw my very first video about the Walther PDP, you know that this particular model, the Pro model, has the threaded barrel, and it also has your standard polymer sights here. The rear sight is adjustable, and it's just a basic 3-dot system. Everything about the gun outside of the sights and the comp is basically pretty much stock still. I haven't really changed anything. The performance duty trigger comes with the gun as standard. This is the standard mag well, and this is the standard back straps. Now, a lot of you may already be aware of the fact that there are a lot of aftermarket accessories available for the Walther PDP, specifically lock grips. They actually make replacement back straps, pardon me, for the PDP, and also for a replacement mag well. So at some point, I'm eventually going to upgrade to the lock grips, but basically, my mind was set on the sights first and foremost. Now, really, I was forced to upgrade the sights. Somehow, my rear sight, the stock rear sight, got broken off of the gun, and I was basically in a position where I couldn't really use the gun. So I said, you know what? Now this is a perfect time for me to upgrade the sights on this damn thing, and essentially, I went with XS suppressor height or optics height, whatever you want to call it, night sights. And basically, you got your, I'm not muzzling myself, even though we verified the gun is empty. I don't want to do that. But anyway, so we got the 3-dot sight picture. We got a tritium in the back, and we got the big green dot. I don't know if the camera can see that the big green dot up in the front. So that was a vast improvement over the stock polymer sights that come with the PDP. They may not be adjustable, but at the same token, they don't really need to be adjustable. This is perfect for me, all right? So now let's talk about the compensator. So real quick, so one of the things that I've noticed about the PDP when I first bought this gun a little over a year ago is that it feels kind of snappy, even though it has a 5-inch gun. Part of the reason for that is the recoil spring, the stock recoil spring is a little bit on the stiff side. And of course, it's a polymer gun, so it's not a really heavy gun, and it has a great big old chunky slide. So essentially what that means is you're going to get a lot of reciprocating mass going back this way, and you definitely feel it. Now, it's not a harsh shooting gun, don't get me wrong, but it is noticeably, I call it flippy because of that recoil. But one of my biggest criticisms about the PDP, my other biggest criticism I should say about it, is right here on the side of the frame. So this is the takedown button. One of the things that I noticed early on, see, like there's a little ridge, a little nub right there. So if I'm running the PDP, my thumb actually has a tendency to rub against this. So basically what that translates to is calluses and blisters in my thumbs. Now, some people might say, man, well, Archie, maybe you need to grow up a little bit. You know, it's a defensive gun and all that, blah, 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 blah. I get all that. All I'm saying is this. It can get to be uncomfortable. So if you put a few hundred rounds down range with your PDP on a given day without gloves on, you're going to feel that at some point in time. And there's no texture really right here on the side of the frame itself to really give your thumb something to really bite into. Now, one of the things that I noticed right off the hop about the Compensator is that, of course, it softens the recoil, right? And it's noticeably softer. Now, going into this, I really wasn't sure. I just was kind of like, oh, well, you know, we'll just see how it feels, whatever. But it is a noticeable difference with this Compensator. And I got to say, putting this comp on the PDP, specifically this particular gun, but any real PDP, you have to put the threaded barrel in there, obviously. But, you know what I mean? It still work with the PDP. Point is, it brings this particular gun alive, in my opinion. Like, it brings it to life, I should say. Let's go a little faster. And it really makes this a soft shooting gun. So installing the comp is really pretty simple. I can't really show you all the steps, but it's really pretty simple. Like I said, it's a threaded barrel. You essentially thread it on there, and they give you 2 captive screws really to tighten it down and to lock it into place. One of the things that I had to learn when doing this, when putting on the Compensator, just to kind of make sure that it lines up so that it can sit in the frame when the slide is back. That's just one of the things that I had to learn. It was a real quick, easy thing to figure out. But all in all, installation and removal is pretty easy. Take the set screws out, unscrew it off, boom, you're good to go. In case you were wondering, if when you want to field strip this particular gun to clean the barrel, if you want to remove the barrel, yes, you have to remove the Compensator. But it's not a big deal, I promise you. Just make sure that you use a little bit of Loctite on these set screws when you first install it. All right. So essentially, I took this thing to the range a couple times, and most recently I met up with my man Tread Life. Shout out to Tread Life, my man Jay over there. Definitely thank you for helping me make this video. And we took it to the range, and then we just put it through his pace.
Home defense, you don't even need air protection. You try that one. Yeah.
Nice, bro.
What you think, man?
I think smooth, yeah.
So personally, I really like it. It's the gun is, well, I put it like this. One thing I will say about the Compensator right off the hop is that it doesn't change the reliability of the pistol at all. The good thing is it can run with the stock recoil springs without any modifications. And my PDP does have the stock recoil springs in it. I have not changed it as of yet. So that is also really good. So if you're really looking for something where you want to soften up the recoil a bit, but you don't want to make a whole lot of changes, then this compensator really is a good way to go. Now, I actually I got a deal on this compensator because this was their blemished model. And when I got this thing out of the box, the damn thing was pristine to me. So I didn't see not near blemish on it, but that's okay. Needless to say, it works, and it works perfectly. Shout out to Herrington Arms for this compensator. Like I said, this thing really brings out, I would say, the best that the PDP, specifically the PDP Pro, has to offer. Between this trigger and this compensator, it is a smooth shooter indeed. I would go as far to say that it can rival the TTI Combat a little bit because of the compensator. But again, that's just my opinion. Question for y'all though. If you would like to see a versus between this and the TTI Combat, let me know down in the comment section. That'll be an easy thing to do. Generally, when I do my versus videos, I do them as far as the gun in their stock configurations to keep it really fair. I don't really do custom guns versus stock guns because to me, it's kind of like compare apples and oranges a little bit. But, I mean, if y'all want to see that, I can definitely make that happen for you. You know, this has a compensator, that has a compensator. The triggers are very comparable with the performance duty trigger here, plus the legendary Canic trigger that's in the TTI Combat. So, like I said, if y'all want to see that, let me know down in the comments, and I'll definitely make that happen for you. But all in all, on the range with this particular compensator, man, it's a flat shooting gun. It's very easy to get back on target. It's a softer shooting gun. I haven't had any failures or malfunctions or anything of the sort while I was running this compensator. And I don't know, I think at this point I probably got about 400 or 500 rounds through the gun just with the compensator alone. It's that fun to shoot, man, I'm telling you. But I mean, all in all, it's really good. If you have a PDP, I highly recommend you getting yourself a compensator if you can in your local area. I do realize that threaded barrels are not legal in all 50 states and all jurisdictions. But if it is legal wherever you are and you have a PDP, I recommend getting this. I recommend it, highly recommend it, 10 out of 10. But like I said, I figured I just wanted to talk a little bit about my PDP Pro here, being as though this was the first gun that I ever reviewed on the channel. This actually started my YouTube channel for the, you know what I mean, basically it started it last May. And I just wanted to show it off again real quick. The next time you see this in the video, it may look a bit different than this, because like I said, I do plan on getting the lock grips, the backstrap replacement, and also the magazine. And I have an optic. I might throw an optic on there, but honestly, the iron sight picture for me in this thing is, so it may get an optic. But as for right now, I'm just enjoying my iron sight. So, but like I said, y'all, this was just going to be a quick video. Listen, if you liked the video, definitely let me know by smashing the like button, leaving a comment down in the comment section. Do y'all have any, first of all, do y'all run compensated pistols for your carry gun or your home defense gun? Now, me personally, this is not going to be a carry pistol. I have concealed carried this a couple of times, and I can do it because I'm a larger guy. But the length of the barrel with the threads and all that was kind of digging into my hip, so like I stopped it. I haven't carried it with the compensator. I don't know if I'm going to. I will say real quick, so even though I got the compensator on here, it still fits in my Walther, my PDP holster. And the holster that I have, of course, is kitless, but it's open at the bottom. So that's just something, you know, in case you might be wondering, holster compatibility is not really going to affect it all that much if you're talking about a holster for the full size PDP, and it has an opening in the bottom to, of course, allow the barrel and the slide to fit in. I don't know about all holster types. Like if it's closed in on the bottom and it's for a compact, obviously it's not going to work. But more than likely, you won't have to worry about holster compatibility. So that's cool. But anyway, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, let me know by smashing the like button and turn on those notifications so that way you can be updated whenever I load new content. And also, again, shout out to my man Tread Life over there. I'm going to pin the link to his YouTube channel down, probably in the pinned comment, so that way you can find it easy. And if you're not a subscriber to his channel, definitely go on over there and subscribe to that man's channel. He got some great content. As a matter of fact, he just dropped a video for the gun show out in Oaks that just happened last week. So go on over there and check that out. So, all right, y'all, that's it. I'm going to leave it here. This is your big homie, and I'm signing out, man. Peace.